Alright, hello everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a video on Lifeline Reborn or Revived or whatever it's going to be called. Now this is just some notes of a potential leaker. I haven't heard this guy before, but 𝗏𝗏𝗁𝗏𝗏𝗏. I don't know if this is the guy that leaked it or if they saw it somewhere else and then leaked it out on Reddit, but this is the guy that basically put it out on Reddit. So I don't exactly know how much credibility this person has, but we're going to cover it anyway because I think it's really, really cool and it brings up some really good token points for potential support abilities in the future and other characters' abilities as well. So we're going to go right into it right now. We're going to go over the tactical first. So we have Doc Heal Drone 2.0. So this is just the normal Doc Heal Drone. However, what it does is obviously it'll automatically heal anyone nearby it, but also revives those nearby it as well. So this essentially looks like to combine the current passive that Lifeline has and the tactical together. So whenever you have the heal drone, you have to put it down, and then in that area, it'll automatically revive people for you whilst you're killing people. So that could be really good for defending certain areas. You can put a drone at like the back of the building where someone's going to be staying at, and if they get knocked, it'll automatically revive them whilst you have a different angle. That'll be pretty cool, and I think it's a nice like breath of fresh air because I think a lot of the reviving characters like Mirage and Newcastle kind of have the same thing that what Lifeline has, where you yourself have to go and revive the person, not something else. So this is pretty cool. It does it for you. Now, in a way, it is also a nerf as well because you can just spam the passive and keep reviving the same person over and over and over again. So it kind of reduces that kind of this skill gap type of thing. Because someone who's really good with Lifeline with their passive can just keep reviving the same person over and over and over again, whilst also putting down fire on the enemies. Whereas this, it obviously has a cooldown. The tactical has a cooldown, so you can't actually constantly revive the same person. You have to be a little bit more skilled on when you want to actually use the drone, and you're going to have to make sure that your teammates are fully healed up as well. But then again as well, because it heals the person when they get revived, they essentially get revived with health as well. So it should be pretty good, this. And obviously also it has at the bottom here as well that the Doc drone can be moved around like Newcastle's drone, which is, I believe, was also a previously known thing that was going to be coming to the tactical. So it's quite nice that it's just not just one change to the tactical, that's it. It looks to embed the previous passive as well. Now, with the passive being embedded, that leaves a new passive to be added, and I think this is a pretty good passive. It's essentially like a siphon ability, which I think fits Lifeline quite well. If you guys remember all the way back in season like 1 or whenever it was, Lifeline used to heal faster, and I thought that was a really, really good ability for Lifeline. Having someone that can just heal faster is great, because we don't really have many abilities that can heal faster, which is such an integral part of the game, really. So I think they should add that back in some way to some character. But for Lifeline, we have the passive, which is Patch Up. Knocking and killing enemies grants health siphon. So this is pretty damn good, if you ask me. We have some characters in the game right now that can do this with Revenant with his ultimate. As soon as you knock someone, you get all your health back on your ultimate. And I believe also Bloodhound as well. When you're in ultimate form, you get 50 HP now, every knock that you get. So there are characters that can do that, but none of them have a passive for it. You have to be in ultimate form. So for Lifeline just to have this as a passive, this is pretty cool. Now, it does say as well the siphon will be instant as well, rather than like, conduit with the temporary shields and it's like, going up after however long. This will apparently be instant, which I think is going to be really, really good. Honestly, this will make Lifeline a really good character overall, to use by herself as well. So yeah. And also it says here, this feature is being tested in solos, which if you have been playing solos, I love this feature. I think it's absolutely amazing. I think it's great. I think it's a great addition. I think it should be embedded in the game, period. Or at least when you fully kill a squad, so that you don't get that third party that just comes in and ruins your day. But then this did get me thinking a little bit, because I have been talking a little bit about solos mode and having like some of the things be embedded in the game. And just this alone right here, having this feature be tested in solos and then eventually added part of someone's kit, it made me think about the other abilities that have been added in solos if they are being tested for feature characters. And that got me thinking about the recon passive, where if someone is nearby you, 50 meters, I believe, it gives you a little warning. That would be an amazing passive for a recon character. I think that'd be really good. So hopefully that is a thing. I also thought as well, hopefully we do get fully kitted guns in the game, like in solos mode, because I've been playing solos a lot, and whenever I play like ranked or like trios now, it is such a pain to fucking loot, because they've done so well with the loot pool in solos that you literally go wherever, like whatever build, and you're guaranteed to pretty much find a weapon that you like to use. And you don't have to worry about attachments. It's already got it kitted out, so you already can just get into the fight and do damage. I love it. And also just have attachments. I believe what they've done is they reduced the spawn rate of attachments, because obviously you have all the attachments on your guns, but you know they have better attachments that you can pick up and then apply to your guns and stuff like that. And so that just allows you to have more guns on the ground, whereas in normal fucking modes, it's just such a pain to get your guns kitted up. And I would just like if it was just simple. I think a lot of people would as well, and I think even newer players as well, having all these attachments on the ground and like, what the fuck do all these do? It'll probably turn some people away, but they'll probably think, why is this so complicated? Whereas in obviously other games, it's not like that. You just pick a weapon and you shoot someone, and that's it. So I do think they're going in the right direction here. If this can be embedded, like these features, to characters' abilities, to just the general playing of Apex, that'll be really good. And then we have the ultimate, which is called Circle of Trust. Now, this does seem really OP. Now, it is exactly what I've done the previous video on. It's exactly the same, but I'm just going to read it out. So you overcharge the dock drone to create an electric dome that enemies cannot pass through. Now, it says here bullets can go through the dome, so it is exactly like 𝗏𝗏𝗁's ultimate from Apex Legends Mobile, which I did make a video on before, with previous abilities being reused and repurposed. This is another example of this as well. 𝗏𝗏𝗁 is essentially getting embedded into the game. Same thing as like Revenant's Old Tactical getting embedded to 𝗙𝗂, and things like that. So it's nice to see that these abilities aren't just going into the bin, you know, they're actually getting embedded, which I like, you know, and this does seem to be a really good ability. So essentially the play, it also says there the drone can be destroyed. So essentially the play around this is Lifeline puts the massive dome down. I'm assuming it's a pretty big dome to just make it so you can't get killed in the area. You put the dome down, and essentially the enemies will have to shoot the dome inside, so they'll have to shoot through the dome to then hit the drone in the dome to then kill off the dome, right? So that they can actually go inside. Now, it doesn't actually say if the enemies will get pushed outside of the dome's area, or if it will just allow them to stay in whilst the Lifeline puts it down. I don't know how that will work. I feel like probably it'll work where it doesn't push them out, because that'll just create a lot of problems for like end circles and stuff like that. Just having people get pushed around everywhere. And I wouldn't know what the hell it would do if there's like two Lifeline drone domes like intersecting one another. What would it do then? Like, it can't push you into another area, you know. I think it'll be very weird. It'll have a lot of glitches. So I think it'll probably just allow the people to sit inside the dome, but you have to be very smart on where to put it, so that your whole team is inside the dome, but then they aren't. And there could be a little bit of a usage case in a way, where you obviously put the dome down, the enemies outside can't see, they can't get in to the dome, and you might have like locked one person inside the dome on the enemy squad, so you can easily kill that person. I don't know. We'll see what it is. I don't know how it's going to exactly work. And I don't know whether you are able to go in and out of the dome, but enemies aren't able to. I don't know how this is going to work. And there's a lot of questions here that aren't being answered, but we'll hopefully see more information soon. This does seem really cool, though. I want to know what you guys think about this. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.